Hey guys, grab a cigar, sit back, it's time for Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. This week on the show, we have Paul, who's going to be doing a national cigar tour. We'll be visiting with Dirk and Mauzy, who run Rolling Cigars, a mobile cigar lounge. I'll give you my cigar of the week, and then we'll be announcing the winners of the weekly giveaway. So stay tuned, hope you enjoy the show, because now it's time to light 'em up. It's time for the cigar of the week. This week I'm going with the Oliva V. Can't wait for you to try it if you haven't had it. It's a great medium smoke. It's got a lot of leather, some cedar. It's definitely got some sweetness. It's a very smooth smoking cigar. And if you haven't had one, I highly recommend it. Now let's get on with the show. Hey guys, welcome back to Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob. And today we have special guest Paul with us. He's got a really cool venture coming up. Wanted to share it with you. And he's a big cigar smoker, as I am. And we hang out at the same shop, actually. And he's told me a few ideas he had, and I definitely thought it was cool. So I wanted to have him on the show. And that way we could tell you about them. How you doing today, Paul?
I'm doing great, Rob. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, man. You're welcome. Anyway, tell us about the idea you've got. Something about the 5150 cigar tour.
Yeah, Rob, I come up with this crazy idea. That's where the 5150 comes from. I thought about smoking a cigar in all 50 states.
Well, that sounds good. Plan is to visit 50 different cigar shops across the United States. Actually, 51. So
51. We're going to do the District of Columbia, too.
Oh, cool. So have you started mapping out all 50 cigar shops in all 50 states yet?
I have, and there's a lot of cigar shops out there.
So what's your criteria of making a particular cigar shop make the list of the 5150?
Well, to be honest, I just kind of went online and looked at the reviews. And then I looked at the pictures, websites, and see what people are saying about smoking at their shop.
I got you. So one of the things is you want to be able to smoke at the shop if at all possible.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. So have you had any people give you suggestions like, hey, man, if you're going through my state, I would love for you to go do my shop?
No, I have not contacted any shops yet.
Okay, so maybe that'd be something cool is some of the listeners to this show send us a message and let us know, if they've got some cool ideas on some shops that they go to or they know about.
I think that would be great to get the listeners' input on their favorite shop.
Yeah. So, and the cool thing is, this is the big part for you guys, is that Paul's actually going to do a podcast and he's going to do reviews of all the shops he goes to, tell you about them, tell you what cigars they carry, tell you what the lounge is like. So it ought to be a really cool experience for him, but he's going to share that with us. So I can't wait to see what you're going to do with those. So now we talked about this before. You're gonna start this year like on a test run.
Yes, I am.
So his test run, he's going to go to 51 shops just in the state of Texas, and that'll be your trial and error year episodes and see how that works out. And while you're doing that Texas tour, you're going to be mapping out your United States tour for next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Rob. I'm going to cover Texas. A lot of great shops in Texas alone, and why not start at home and then branch out to the whole United States?
That sounds cool. So one of the things I was thinking about is any cigar shops that are out there listening, definitely send us a message and hit us up and let us know what you could do for his tour, because I can tell you from my experience of traveling around to different cigar shops just doing my show, it's we're not big broadcasters and we don't have deep pockets, so anything that you could do to help us out, man, we truly appreciate. And even if it's just a couple of free cigars, man, we're true cigar smokers, so that's always putting a smile on our face. So how did you actually come up with this idea, Paul?
Well, kind of funny. I got this idea from you, Rob.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Well, not the traveling to 50 states, but I initially planned to travel the 50 states and hike in every state because I'm a big hiker. I like to hike, like to get out in nature and enjoy nature, and enjoy a cigar while I'm out there.
That's cool.
And so we were talking at the Leaf one day, and you had mentioned something about going to different cigar shops. And I said, hey, since I'm going to travel the 50 states anyway, why not stop at a shop in every state and enjoy a good cigar?
Yeah, kill two birds with one stone. Get
Why
some
not?
hiking in and definitely hit up the shops. Now, because for me, I'm not a big hiker. So I would definitely lean towards doing the shops if you had to pick one or the other. Of course, that's just me. So you plan on doing the Texas tour first.
That's correct.
And I highly recommend that you do something cool, like for some T-shirts or something, kind of like the old rock concert tours.
Well, we kicked that around already, and that is one of the plans to do the T-shirts. So on the back, it'll have all the cities that I'm going to visit in Texas, and on the front, and have some cool logo, cigar tour, Texas. Cigar.
It's got to be the 5150 cigar tour.
Yeah, to be the 5150
Texas, and then
exactly.
You'll do the next one for the United States.
Correct.
So that'd be cool, man. Like have a T-shirt with the logo on the front, and then on the back you'll have kind of like the tour dates and the towns and the name of the shop. That's cool, man. I like
right.
it. When do you plan on getting started this year?
5150 Texas Cigar Tour is going to start in May.
In May, cool.
Weather should be great. Roads should be pretty clear for driving because school won't be out yet.
Right.
So people won't be
crowding
the roads yet. And I think that's the perfect time to go. And it won't be smoking hot yet.
Right. So have you made a list of where you're going to at all in Texas yet?
I just started the list. I literally don't have that many names on the list yet, but I got a few months to get there. I'll be posting that on Instagram for each shop I'm going to visit. So if anybody wants to come out and hang out, smoke
that'd
a cigar,
be cool. Yeah.
Get a T-shirt, hey, should be a good time.
That's a great idea. And let me just kind of throw this out and put it in your ear. I definitely think you should visit some of the shops that I've done on my show.
I will be visiting every shop.
Because so far, all the shops I've been to, man, they have great shops. So I wouldn't send you somewhere that wasn't cool. So where are you going to start?
Well, I'm probably going to start in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
That's cool. So you'll be able to hit a few shops over there.
Absolutely.
I know Good Karma, Paladin. Have you been to Pops?
I have not been to Pops. I've been to the Silver Leaf downtown. Lovely shop.
Yeah, so there's four good shops
right there.
And there's also there's a festival I'm planning on going to March 8th. There's a Cigar Underground Festival in Fort Worth. Planning on going to that, and I believe it's the Cigar Underground Shop is what it's called, but I'll have to verify that and get back to you. But that might be something that you might want to go do.
I may go with you to that and kind of promote my tour a little bit.
Yeah, and there's going to be a ton of cigar people there. It's supposed to be pretty big. I got turned on to this by one of my listeners. I believe he's out of Houston, asked me if I was going, and I hadn't heard of it. So many thanks, and all the listeners always send me ideas because anything that you guys know that you can pass along to me is a huge help. But anyway, yeah, I'll go to that, and if you want to go, let me know, man. We'll go up there and hang out and smoke cigars.
Sounds like a good time.
Yes.
Cigars and hanging out
always.
That's what I live for.
So, yeah, we'll plan on doing that weekend of the 8th. I've got to come back on the 9th, but it actually goes the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Give you guys a little bit of back history on me and Paul. We actually hang out at the same shop here in Abilene called The Leaf. You guys have seen that episode with the cigar-smoking preacher man. But anyway, we hang out there and smoke cigars pretty much on a daily basis. I would probably say 4 to 5 days a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. But anyways, let's talk about some of your favorite cigars, Paul. Like, give me your top 3, what you really like.
Well, I'll start off with saying I like everything A.J. Fernandez.
Amen, brother.
Tonight I'm smoking a Monte Cristo by A.J. Fernandez. It's a fine cigar. I'm truly enjoying it. It's been delicious, and good stuff. Another one of my favorites is the Gilspert Intenso, also by A.J. Fernandez.
That's a good
one of
smoke.
my true favorite cigars. Matter of fact, one of my daily cigars is an Intenso. I also like the A.J. Fernandez New World. It's not quite a Maduro, but I enjoy the flavor. Never had a bad cigar from that one. That's kind of three right there, but I would tell you I'm a huge fan of the Perdón 1926 Maduro number 1.
Oh, the Padron, yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
you know,
Love that cigar. Unfortunately, I can't smoke 4 or 5 of those a day because I can't afford to.
I don't allow people to give me the Padron 1926 as one of their favorites because it's not a cigar that we can all smoke every day.
Well,
That's everyone's favorite
I just
cigar.
said it's one of my favorites.
I understand. I understand. I mean, if that's not on everyone's top list, then you just have never smoked it before.
Exactly. And, of course, I'm a big LFD fan. I know you are, Rob, too. And the LFD 700, love that. Cabinet number 5, yummy, yummy, yummy. Great cigars. Consistency, fantastic smokes. And then going way past 3 here, but I'm a big fan of the Romacraft line and also the My Father line. Fantastic cigars. I can't smoke enough of them.
Well, and that's a good indicator of what we have at our shop because we both like a lot of the same cigars. Of course, I like the Perdomos. I like the 25th anniversary Maduro. But I even like the Champagne 25th anniversary edition of the Connecticut. I don't know if you've had one of those.
I have not had that one.
But for Connecticut, it's really good.
But you did turn me on to that one cigar, the 146.
Oh, the Plasencia.
Yeah, the Plasencia 146. I'm not usually a lighter smoker like that, but what a fantastic morning cigar. Cup of coffee and a 146. Your day is going to be fantastic.
It's going to be a good day, yes. Well, and then everybody on the show knows that I am a huge Romacraft fan because I smoke more Romacraft that's my go-to these days. Even though I'm a huge LFD fan, we've been out of the Cabinet 5 and Cabinet 6 for a long time. So in the absence of the Cabinet 5 and 6, I've really kind of shifted over to the Romacraft Cro-Magnon Aquitaine and then the Neanderthal and the regular Cro-Magnon. So that's kind of my go-to just because you can never go wrong. It's a perfect draw every time. It's got great flavors. And so, when you find something that's that good and at that price point, I mean, you can't go wrong when you're looking at it.
You can't go wrong. I smoked a Cro-Magnon last night myself. It was fantastic.
But like some of the other cigars, let's talk about some budget cigars that some of the newer cigar smokers might want to try. And I'll tell you, one of my favorites is the Brick House. Have you smoked the Brick House?
I've smoked one of the Brick House.
Good experience?
It was okay. I mean, I do smoke a little higher price point usually.
Right.
And it was okay. I'll put it this way. If I was out of my cigars,
right,
I'd smoke one.
Right.
I probably won't go out of my way for that particular cigar, but for the beginner or for the
budget conscious
person, it's not a bad smoke.
Well, and the thing about it is, like, it's not bursting full of flavor.
No, it's not.
But for the price point, what I love about it is it's a great smoke. I've never had one that was a bad draw, one that I've never had one that tunnel burned. And so for that price point, it's a really good cigar. Now, the other one that I learned about when I was at the Paladin Cigars up in Fort Worth, I believe it was Aaron that told me about them, was the La Galera. Have you had any of those?
No, you offered me one on Sunday, but I did not smoke it.
Okay. Well, the La Galera, I think, I want to say it was like $6.
Right.
And it was a fantastic smoke. And I think no. What you're thinking that I offered you was a Habano.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Anyway, that wasn't that cigar. We have these at the Leaf.
Oh, okay.
Or at least we did before I bought them all.
Oh. Perfect.
So when we get some new ones in, I'll let you check one of those out. We're broadcasting today from my cigar shed, my cigar lounge at home. And I've told a few of you guys about it before. And Paul has his own lounge at his house. And so tell us what your lounge is like at your place, Paul.
Well, Rob, it's small.
Small.
But it's actually in my house, which is
that's nice.
unusual and very nice and very convenient. It's decorated nice, of course. I mean, you want your cigar lounge to be a place of relaxation. You're going to be spending a couple hours there with a good stick, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, and it's nice to not have to leave the house sometimes.
Oh, and of course, I know some of the listeners probably are not in West Texas, but we have some fierce winds at times, and smoking outside is just not an option.
True. And not only is it windy sometimes, but in the summer, man, when you have 105 degrees, you don't want to be sitting out on the patio smoking a cigar.
Not enjoyable.
Right. And then, of course, in the wintertime, it's always nice to be able to be cozy instead of being freezing your balls off.
Correct. Yes.
And so we were talking about it before the show started, and we don't really know the answers to this. We've done a lot of research on the internet and gone back and forth, and maybe some of you guys might know. You could definitely shoot us some of your ideas, but ventilation and air purification in a cigar room is a big deal. So, we're working on what's going to work best. And in mine, I actually have an exhaust vent up in the top of the ceiling that sucks air out. And my room is a 12 by 14 square foot shed. And so I've got I have a bathroom exhaust in the ceiling that sucks the air out. And then I have a HEPA filter on the floor. And it does a pretty good job, I must say, usually for like myself and one other smoker. But I do have people come over and watch football, so we get 4 people smoking in here, and it gets a little hazy. So, and then tell us what you have, Paul.
Well, I'm running 2 fans, basically bathroom vent fans. One is the light style one, where it has the light and the fan is actually underneath the light and it sucks around the light. It's pulling 110 CFM. And then I have a separate fan that's pulling 330 CFM, which pulls through a different vent. And on my particular room, I have a window in my door, so I'm able to crack that based on how much fresh air I want to bring into the room.
And how's that work for you? Is it pretty good?
It's been working really well, Rob.
Nice. Well, see, like I said, on mine, for 2 people or myself, it does a pretty good job. But if I get a group of people in here, it's really not sufficient. So I've been toying with some different ideas. And one of them is to take like a 6-inch or maybe an 8-inch piece of PVC pipe and run it from one side of the room to the other up in the rafters of the ceiling. And on one end, have a heavy-duty 740 CFM fan blowing outside, and then on the other end of the pipe have like a 340 CFM blowing into the pipe, and then put like 2-inch holes about every 8 inches across the pipe so it draws in the smoke as it pushes air from one side to the outdoor side. That's just my own theory that I came up with. I don't know if it's anything scientific or that it will even work. It just seems to me like it would work.
I say you try it, Rob, and let's see what happens.
Hey, well, maybe we try it, and then we decide to build them and sell them.
I'm all for that.
So, but if you guys have any other ideas about how to have a purifier or a ventilation system for a cigar lounge or your personal room for cigar smoking, we'd love to hear your thoughts. When you get on the internet, it seems like everybody has some different ideas, but there's no one particular way that people say it works. So we're definitely, it's a trial and error situation for sure. So let's get back to the 5150 cigar tour. And you plan on starting it in May. About how long do you think it's going to take to hit 51 cigar shops in the state of Texas?
Rob, I really don't know. Well, I don't know because I haven't planned out. It depends. I mean, being in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I could probably hit 2 cigar shops a day.
I think you could do 3.
I could probably do 3, but I get tired pretty quick.
Well, you go to one before lunch, have your morning coffee, cigar. Then when you get done, say it's 2 hours, then you go have lunch, then you go to another shop and do the same thing, and then you go have dinner, and then hit another shop, and then it's time to go hit the hay.
That's true. I was shooting for 2.
Don't be lazy.
Maybe
Don't be
3
lazy.
in a day. Maybe I could do that.
I think you could do 3 if they're in close proximity.
Correct. So I'm not thinking it's going to take very long. I'm thinking 3 weeks, I'll have 51 shops.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe
man.
4 at the most.
I had a guy talking to me last night about a place in San Antonio. I believe it's called the Redwood Lounge. I'll get the information on that, but it was like a 2,500 square foot lounge.
I have not been to that one.
I haven't either. So I was like, definitely.
I look forward to hitting that one up.
Yeah, look at that one.
Yeah.
And the guy that told me about it is actually the president of the San Antonio Cigar Smokers Club.
Awesome. That's
So
fantastic.
I'll definitely get some more information from him and pass it along to you.
Well, I used to live in San Antonio.
Oh, really?
I didn't know if you knew that.
No, I did
lived
not.
there for 7 years, and I used to frequent the Humidor. They used to have one at the Quarry. I believe that location is now closed, and I used to hang out there quite a bit.
Did you ever go to Fink's?
I did not.
Okay, they've got their humidor, I'm going to just guess their humidor is probably 1,500 square feet. It's big. And then their smoking lounge is probably 500 square feet. So, I mean, it's definitely a nice shop to check out. So you could go to San Antonio and hit 3 a day easy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I heard rumor, you know the hotel that has the fancy cigar shop downstairs in San Antonio?
Oh, yes.
I heard because of the new law, or maybe the ordinance, or maybe they just did it on their own, you can no longer smoke in the cigar shop down there.
Well, that's all right. People are smoking all over the Riverwalk. They're smoking their cigarettes, so I don't think it's not like I won't be able to find a place to smoke.
But have you been back there lately? I think they just passed a new ban down there.
I haven't been back lately, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's a new thing. And
really?
Same thing in Austin.
I guess I'm going to jail.
Yeah, well, you let me know. I'll get you out. Down in the Houston area, do you know where the Woodlands is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, there's a Davidoff smoke shop or lounge up there. I've never been to that one, but I hear it's super nice. And then there's one up in the Woodlands, and I don't recall the name of it, but it's the only shop in the Woodlands, and it's in a little shopping center. I believe it was off of Rayford Sawdust, and I'll get you the name on that one as well. It's a real small, quaint shop, but it's real cozy. They have like a couple of sofas and leather chairs, and humidor isn't that big, but man, they've got a ton of selection of great
sounds
cigars.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. So,
and that's really why I'm going on this tour.
Yeah, to get an experience of all of them.
You know, it's just to go experience the smoke. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's going to different shops, because if you've talked about it on the show already, and me and you talk about it all the time, it's the experience of smoking. It's the experience of going in a shop and everybody's your friend. It's the camaraderie of cigar smokers, and that's what I'm on a search for. That perfect smoke in that perfect lounge, in that perfect shop.
So at the end of the tour, does one of the shops get an award of like best shop of 5150?
I am going to,
or at top 3.
I'm going to. It's going to be like the top 3 shops.
You might have to do on the 5150. You might have to do the top 5 or top 10.
Well, we might go top 10.
Yeah, because it'd be hard to pick.
It's going to be tough to pick because I can smoke a cigar anywhere, and it's going to be fantastic. So,
and I've been to some shops where you go in, get a cigar, and then you leave. And when you're out of cigars, you got to run and get one. And they don't have a smoking lounge, so it's easy to put those at the bottom of the list already.
Oh, yeah.
But for the ones that have a lounge, even the best lounges, some of it's going to be not quite, let's see, how would you say this, not biased, depending on who you run into and who you hang out with and smoke.
Correct.
You know what I mean? If you go in a shop and you're the only one smoking that day, it might not be as enjoyable as you go in and meet.
Sometimes that's my most enjoyable smoke.
Really?
I think we all need a break sometime.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I mean, sometimes we all need to just sit back, smoke a cigar, take in life, and just enjoy it. Enjoy the smoke.
Well, before I was a regular at the Leaf, do you know where I smoked? I used to carry a lawn chair in the back of my vehicle, and I'd go get a cigar at the Leaf, and then I would drive out to the lake, and I would pop open my chair, sit out next to the lake, and enjoy a cigar. And I got to tell you what, smoking that cigar by yourself, just taking in the area, the lake, and the trees, and it was really nice.
That may be my number one spot in Texas.
Smoking at the lake?
Smoking at the lake.
Yeah, it's great, man. Especially on like a spring day or a spring evening when the sun's going down.
You know, I just thought of something.
Lay it on me.
How about the listeners tell us about their smoke room that they have?
Well, they're not going to invite you over.
Well, they might. I mean, hey, I'm just trying to get a free cigar. Really.
Right.
But seriously, why not tell us about your smoke room? Because we're interested in your smoke room.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell us about your ventilation, because we're really interested in ventilation.
Absolutely. Because while we're recording the show, I basically have to turn off my HEPA filter, and I can definitely tell it's getting a little smoky in here. Probably have to kick the door open here in a second. Just, you know, I've told you guys that I have a smoke shed and what size it is, and I've told you now about the ventilation, but just to give you an idea, I've got 4 leather chairs in here. I've got a stereo system with some big speakers. I've got a wooden Indian, a couple of deers hanging on the wall, or deer heads, I should say. Then I've got a big screen TV, and then on the other end of the room, I have my desk set up to where that's where I do all our editing and get some work done. And then I've got a couple of shelves where there's just a ton of crap on it. But, and I have lots of guns displayed everywhere.
Well, you're going to be surprised when you actually finally come to my smoke room. Because
you're a minimalist.
Well, I had to do with what I got. Basically, my room is 7x7, folks. And I got 2 leather chairs. I got a heater in there. I have a roll-away cabinet kind of metal thing. It looks pretty cool. And on the back side of that wall, I have some 60-year-old fence wood that I saved from a house we had. And it's all cedar, and I have that wall lined with that cedar. And so basically, Rob can fit 4 people really comfortable, and a few more on some other chairs in here. And I could fit 2 people in my smoke room.
And sometimes that's all you need.
Sometimes it's just me.
Yeah. And you know
what?
Most of the time it's just me in here.
It's okay.
So, and I was talking to a good friend of mine out in California today. If you look for him on Instagram, he's the Cigar Man Official. Anyway, his name's Kevin. And anyway, I was talking to him, and he's out in California, and he's telling me where he's smoking. Basically like in a wine vineyard with this beautiful surrounding, and I'm like, hey, I'm stuck in Texas, so you know, you're making me jealous here. Yeah, definitely send in some thoughts on what you guys are doing for your personal cigar lounge, and tell us about your ventilation. Tell us how you have it set up, and are you watching sports in there? Are you just hanging out listening to music? Just give us an idea of what your smoke lounge looks like, or if maybe you got an outdoor patio, how you have it set out, because everybody has something or a different way of enjoying their cigar smokes. Before we go, is there anything else you had want to tell us about, Paul?
No, I'm just looking forward to doing this tour across Texas, and then next year or the year after, haven't decided when the national tour is going to happen. I'm just looking forward to getting on the road and visiting some fantastic shops, having some fantastic cigars, and hopefully meeting some fantastic listeners out there. Oh,
absolutely. And you know what I was just thinking is, man, I wish I could get the time off. I'd just go with you.
Oh, you sure could come with me.
Man, that would be a blast.
Would be a blast. We'd have a great time.
So, all right, guys. Well, up next, we have an interview with Dirk and Mauzy. They have a mobile cigar lounge, and it sounds really cool. They're in Atlanta, and they do events. They do corporate events. They do weddings, bachelor parties. And so what a great opportunity for the people in that area to experience a cigar lounge. Whenever there's not one close by, they can come to you. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to these guys. Appreciate it, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to Cigar Talk. We have some special guests with us today. We've got Mauzy and Dirk. They have the Roland Cigars. It's a mobile cigar shop down in Atlanta. I think it's a fabulous idea. I'm excited about it. So let's welcome to the show. Hey Mauzy, hey Dirk, how y'all doing today?
Hey Rob, thank you for having us. Yes, thank you, Rob. It's a wonderful day.
Oh, you're welcome, man. We're so happy to have you on the show. I think y'all have an amazing idea going. I think it's a huge sector in the business that's really going to take off. We've seen what it's done in the food truck industry, and I think cigars is the perfect platform to take it anywhere to the people. So let's get into how you guys got started. Did you come up with this on your own?
Well, yeah, I guess we did. We came up with our own. Actually, Maz introduced the whole idea to me, the whole concept really to me. And I said, yes, let's do it. And we actually got together at our kitchen table.
Nice.
And bounced some ideas by each other. And we took it from there.
And so, go ahead, Mauzy.
Well, I'm just going to say, just to take it back a little further, with the whole, how I actually came up with the idea was, I initially was thinking about starting a brick and mortar in my hometown, Youngstown, Ohio, where I'm originally from.
Oh, okay.
And that came from a conversation that I had with my childhood best friend, who's currently the mayor of the city.
Oh, nice.
And I told him that when he comes to Atlanta, I was going to invite him and take him out to a cigar bar and show him around because he loves cigars as well. And we started talking, and he said, you know what, man, we don't have anything like that up here. And so, my entrepreneurial spirit said, hey, maybe I should open up a cigar bar in Youngstown, Ohio. And so that's really where it all started from. And as I thought about what I want to do, who I want to serve, how I want to operate, being a brick and mortar was going to be a little stifling. Along with the fact, it could be done, but I live in Atlanta, and Youngstown, Ohio is 800 miles from there. So I just started thinking, what could I do even different? Because you know what? I don't want to open a brick and mortar in Atlanta because there's a ton of them here.
Right.
It was a great idea to open a brick and mortar in Youngstown, Ohio, because they don't have them. But I'm still limiting myself.
Absolutely.
And so as I just started thinking and trying to grow the idea, mobile just started seeming more futuristic and less tapped market.
And
so
it gives you a ton of options.
Exactly. And that's where the birth of it all happened. That's where mobile said, you know what? Because I want to serve golf tournaments. I want to serve weddings. I want to do bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. I want to go private parties. I want to do wine testing with restaurants. I want to do a lot of different things that if just being a brick and mortar would limit me. So
yeah, absolutely. And the thing about it is you take the lounge to where they are. So I think that's a great concept.
Exactly. Yeah. And we bring that whole experience of the lounge to you, and I said we want to give, not just take. We're working with event planners. We want to work with restaurants. We want to enhance each other's business.
And brick and mortars.
Brick and mortars. We want to work with you to provide an atmosphere that you may not be able to provide to your customers, because we know also a lot of restaurants and bars and clubs, you can't smoke in there. But what comes with food and drink? A good cigar.
Oh, absolutely.
And so we could enhance your patio experience or be your patio experience all in itself.
Right. And I mean, you've got the opportunity to go to corporate events where, they're always a big party. They've got great foods and drinks, like you say, but they don't have a place to go hang out and have a cigar. So, I mean, I think that's a great idea, man.
Exactly. And we travel. So we'll come to Texas. We'll come wherever you guys want us to be. Look, if they're paying, we travel.
Right.
Hey, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, when you come to Texas, we got to get together, brother.
That is a guarantee.
Yes, we're there.
Okay, so that's how you basically came up with the idea and you went through the process. Tell me about how you actually fell in love with cigars. What got you started in cigars?
Well, I can tell you for myself, I was sitting outside on a patio at a restaurant lounge, and I saw this gentleman. He was smoking a cigar, and the smell of it drew me in. And I asked him what was he smoking, and he told me. And I asked him, well, what would be good for me to start out with? And he mentioned a punch cigar, and I went and purchased it and started smoking it. I later found out that I'm a retired Marine, I found out that a lot of Marines smoke cigars too.
Oh, absolutely,
So
man.
Yeah, and so smoking that cigar with my other Marines, it gave us a tighter camaraderie.
Well, Dirk, I'll say we want to thank you for your service. We appreciate it more than you know, man.
Thank you.
Tell me about like how you've been received by the community. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of excitement surrounding your whole venture.
Well, actually, like I say, we officially launched January 1st. We had our first event January 1st, and we haven't stopped working since then. I've been telling Dirk that I'm excited about how excited other people are about the lounge. Yes, we had a vision, and yes, we knew what we saw and what we could provide. But what has been adding more fulfillment and enjoyment to me so far is that most of the people that actually come and experience rolling cigars, most of them say, you know what, the pictures don't do it justice. This is not what I expected.
And I can definitely tell that. I mean, I see the pictures, but I also have a vision in my head of what it's like to sit back in your lounge and just kick back and hang out with some friends and smoke cigars, watch a game that you got on that big screen TV. I mean, it's not like it feels like a mobile lounge. It's actually a cigar lounge that just happens to be in the place that I can go hang out.
And that's what I'm excited about, because that's what everyone seems to be saying so far. They're really excited. I was telling Dirk I have to keep my excitement down, because we see our customers and the people, again, who've been experiencing rolling cigars walk away here extremely happy and speaking great things of their experience. So it makes me happy, and I'm excited, looking forward to what holds for the future.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're going to be real successful, man. And I mean, for me, and I'm sure it's the same for you guys, do you not just love the cigar community? I mean, talk about some good people, and I mean, they just have respect for each other, and I mean, it's just an amazing community to be a part of.
I've met some great people. I've learned a lot of things, and again, like you said, the people that's a part of the community really can, I said, they enhance your life. They bring things and they talk about things and have knowledge sometimes where I can sit back and just listen and learn and grow from every time I have an encounter with another cigar smoker.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, man. So tell me about what kind of cigars y'all carry at your mobile lounge.
Well, we have some of our premium cigars. Some of our most favorite ones, though, that I would have to say, we carry the Cohibas. We carry Rocky Patels. We also carry Camachos. And actually, for some of our beginner smokers, we carry the acid line, the Cuba Cubas, the Blondie 10s. And we're just introducing a new line right now. And I think it's called a Tatiano.
Oh, the Tatawahi. Man,
yes, Tatawahi. Yes.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite cigars is Tatawahi. They make some excellent cigars, so good choice there. Sounds like you have a great lineup. And you know what? I think it's important to carry some acids and some other cigars that are for the beginner smokers. You know, you don't want to have them come in and have something that's going to blow them away. So it sounds like you guys are set up for just about anybody who wants to come over and have a smoke.
And what we're trying to do is, and we were just talking about this, we want, we understand and we know our cigar aficionados have a certain palate, but we also want everyone to want to have a good experience. And we know often if you smoke the wrong cigar, if it's too harsh or it's too heavy, that may ruin your experience and you may not want to smoke another cigar again.
Absolutely.
So what we want to do is we want to provide a range of cigars that allows you to fit your palate, to ease into the love that we have for cigars. And so we've noticed that we don't just get connoisseurs, but we get a lot of people who want to try just because they love our concept and they see what we're doing in the atmosphere. So, you know what? I want a cigar. So, what can I smoke that will allow me to enjoy it like you guys seem to enjoy it? And have learned that we know that everyone has a different palate. And so, especially for the beginner smoker or the even novice or non-smoker, again, we don't want to run them away from what we love. So we want to introduce it to them so that they can enjoy it, for their first time and progress.
Absolutely.
To the, maybe
and the
finer quality cigars.
The thing about having a new smoker come in and have a cigar, a big part of the lure for someone to come in and start smoking cigars is because they want to be a part of the community, because they see that community and they go, you know what, I'm going to smoke a cigar and hang out with these guys, because they see what a pleasant group of people that are in the cigar community. And I think that's a big draw for it.
And I've noticed, you often have a lot of people. You say you want to be around people of like minds, or even, where you want to be. And you notice in the cigar community, there's a lot of business owners, a lot of people who's into a lot of different endeavors besides just working or working for someone. So it's a lot of networking and a lot of business and a lot of opportunities that arrive from just being around that community. That I think it helps everyone that's involved, because again, these some very educated and entrepreneurial spirits in the cigar world.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the cigar businesses, across the nation has a lot of entrepreneurs starting their dreams in the cigar business. So it's definitely something that I'm honored to even be a part of in the way that I am. So I completely understand.
Yes,
so, hey, so let's talk about what your favorite cigars are. What Dirk? What's your favorite couple of cigars that you like?
Well, actually, I just tried a brand new one here. It's called a Tabernacle. Absolutely love it.
Oh, very nice.
And actually gave me one.
Well, I don't know if you guys have tried, but I'm always giving this company a big shout out. Have y'all had or tried the Romacraft?
Have not.
It's a boutique company out of Austin, and you should definitely check them out because they carry some cigars that will just blow your skirt up.
Oh, excellent.
Can you give us the name again?
Yeah, you know what? After the show, I'll shoot you the information so you can give them a shout.
Excellent.
And, okay, so the Tabernacle would be one. What's another one that you like, Dirk?
I like a Gurkha. Anything Gurkha makes, I like.
Okay. And, Mauzy, what are you on right now?
Right now, my palate changes. And so right now, typically I like triple Maduros, double Maduros. I like a Maduro. So what I've really been enjoying right now, Camacho, triple Maduro. And I'm telling you, I've been telling everybody, I know it's a small cigar, but another cigar I've been enjoying a lot is my triple Maduro nub.
Oh yeah, those are great sticks.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that nub has been something I've been enjoying a lot lately.
And you know what's funny about the nub is a lot of people see that, short cigar and think, oh, I want something bigger and it's going to last me. But those nubs, the way they're constructed, you can actually smoke a nub for a good 45 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, it burns for a good while. So I've been really enjoying those nubs.
And I'm a big fan of the Camacho line myself, so I think you've got some good taste going on. And mine's a little different as well, especially since I've started this show because I want to experience different cigars across the board.
That's what I've been trying to do myself.
I've been smoking everything from Connecticut's, Habanos, sun-grown, Maduros, anything I can get my hands on. And I'll tell you what, it's surprisingly, I've really enjoyed a bunch of cigars that I normally wouldn't smoke. So that's something that's exciting for me.
I mean, I believe you should keep your palate open. Like I really enjoy a good Connecticut in the morning.
Oh, I agree.
Now, I may not want my triple Maduro in the morning with my coffee, right? But I can enjoy a good Connecticut, leaf in the morning. So again, as my palate changes throughout the day, depending on what I'm doing, what I'm drinking, what I'm eating, really, and I really try to keep my palate open as well, to trying different cigars because, they're all good, aren't they?
Yeah.
You may find a couple.
For the most part, they're all pretty good. They really are.
So you guys have just started your business. As far as traveling, have y'all got any plans to travel to some different cities in Georgia or out of state? What's it looking like on the horizon? Are you having some events coming up?
Well, currently we're actually booked. We're booked in Atlanta. We have a few events in Atlanta, but we just actually booked 2 events in Ohio, one in Cleveland, one in Youngstown, Ohio. Then we also booked another one in Baltimore, Maryland,
South Georgia.
South Georgia. We're going to Americus, Georgia, and we're getting calls daily. We love doing things in Atlanta, but we are rolling cigars. We travel.
Awesome, man. Y'all just got started this month, so my question is, come around football season again, are you guys going to be out there tailgating with the Rolling Cigar Lounge there on site?
Yeah, we're talking today. We're meeting with a guy Sunday. We're meeting with a guy Sunday where we may set up at his restaurant parking lot right there by the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And if everything goes well with this meeting, we're going to be set up there probably from like Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're working on something right now to be right in that area for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's great. Oh, wow. So I even forgot the Super Bowl's in Atlanta this year.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
See,
sir.
I was thinking next year.
Got to be right by there.
Yeah, I was thinking next year when the season starts, but y'all got the Super Bowl coming, so man, that sounds like it's going to be amazing for you guys.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's what we're trying to launch in February actually, but we've been so busy we haven't picked out an official launch date for our event. So we're thankful, but that Super Bowl is keeping us busy.
Hey, yeah, busy is good. Do you guys plan on expanding from your business model now long term?
Yes, we've had plans to expand because we know it's going faster than we ever even imagined. So we were all actually talking about expanding down the road.
And we've actually had some serious conversations with people in other states that would like to maybe franchise the actual whole Rolling Cigars experience and logos and our business plan. So
yeah, because you're basically setting up a whole business model. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes. Mm-hmm. So we are open to that. So we've been talking to some people already. It seems that we just started, but we've already been talking to people who are really excited about what we're doing. And again, I have to say it again. I'm excited about their excitement.
Well, is there and I'm not real familiar with what activities or events go on in Georgia, but do y'all have any kind of like cigar festivals that happen throughout the year?
Yes, they do have a few different cigar events that happen throughout the year. Atlanta has a huge cigar culture. Yes, they just had a weekend. Just this past, I want to say December. It's in December normally, I believe. I had to check the date, but they have a huge week of events. Right, and they go to different locations throughout the city and celebrate cigars and entrepreneurs and people in the business. So Atlanta has a huge culture in reference to the cigar. That's why we kind of strayed away from brick and mortar.
Yes.
Man,
we need to be mobile. We need to take it to our clientele.
Yeah, I think that's a great business model. I think it's a great idea, and I have a feeling that you guys are going to be super successful, and I know you're going to be super busy, so I hope you're prepared to start working your butts off, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So let's talk a little bit about you guys and get to know you, so your clients that listen to the show and in the future do business with you. Let's talk about a little bit about your history. I know, Mauzy, you said that you were in education and you were in a couple of programs to mentor and support the community. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, before getting into this business, I've been in education roughly about 12 years. About 10 of those were with a charter school program called KIP, Knowledge is Power program. I pretty much started with them when they were I call it a mom and pop. When I started with them, they were a mom and pop. And as over the years, they grew into be a huge organization. But throughout those years, I did a few things. I started athletic programs. I started PE programs. And then at one point, I was one of 9 people to help start their first high school in Atlanta called KIP Atlanta Collegiate. I was the athletic director, the PE teacher, and the coach of several sports.
So you've had a lot of experience in helping develop and shape the lives of a lot of the youth in that area.
Realized years ago, many years ago, that was a part of my calling, was to help young people, help young men as well as women. But I have a strong connection and a really good ability to reach young men. And so that's, even along with my education experience and working in education, since I've been doing that, and actually even before I started in education, I started a mentoring program, and my mentoring program is called BOYS. But BOYS actually stands for building outside of your situation.
I like it.
And we thank you. And we talk about, what we talk about all the time in BOYS is that building outside of your situation. It basically means, we all have situations. We can't allow our situation to determine who we become. We determine who we become through our hard work, dedication, and our sacrifice.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't agree with you more. And the thing about, and I say that all the time. We talked a little bit earlier, and it was like, a lot of people have big dreams, and they sit around looking at Facebook and Instagram and all these things, and they look at what other people have accomplished, or at least make it look like what they've accomplished, and they think that maybe someday that'll be them. But without putting in the hard work, man, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, they never see the hard work. They just see the end results. They don't know the 10, 12, 20 years that person put in just to get to where they are. But, that's understandable. But that's why I also try to teach the young people that it does take hard work. It's not just because you have a dream. A dream is great to dream, but dream is nothing. It can't be a goal if you're not trying to work towards it. It's just a dream.
You can think about doing push-ups all day, but that's not going to make you get in shape.
Right.
It's all about the work you put into what your dream is.
That's right.
Man, I'm just so excited about what you guys are doing. I mean, I'll tell you this, I had a thought a couple of years ago about maybe doing a mobile cigar shop myself, but instead of doing it the way you guys have, I was going to do it like in a school bus and completely redo it. But I tell you what, after seeing the pictures of what you guys have done, man, y'all blown it out of the park. It's beautiful.
Oh man, those school buses, those are nice as well.
They are. Our next venture was actually thinking of a school bus.
Oh, that's cool, man. Because I've seen. I don't know if you guys have ever looked into what they call schoolies. But schoolies, people go in and put hardwood floors in them. They do all kinds of cool wood paneling. And I mean, it's like walking into a nice cozy cabin, or however you want to design it. So I always had that love of a school bus anyway. So that's just something I had thought about. But I don't know. Me and my wife have talked about someday, if this show gets off the ground and it's doing well, we might tour around in a school bus and do shows at different locations.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That would be awesome.
We actually have had some people come shoot podcasts in our location.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, hopefully someday I'll get down to Atlanta.
Please make sure you let us know when you come this way.
Oh, I will, man. I'll call you before I come for sure. So what do you guys got going on this weekend?
A place called the Community Cut. We're doing cuts and cigars with them.
Oh, nice.
So on Friday, we're going to set up at their location. We're doing this basic promo. You go get your hair cut or get your hair done, you get a discount on cigars, and we'll set up for the public to come again and see how the barbershop is operating, and they can also experience rolling cigars as well.
Oh, I think that's a great idea to join up with other businesses and support each other. I think that's a big part of the cigar community.
That's what we want to do. Listen, we're not here just to take. We want for everyone to grow together. So we're partnering with other businesses. And then on Saturday, we're doing a private party. Actually, it's a private party, but it's actually for another business. They're doing something for their clients in that area, in their clientele. So we're partnering up with them, again, to give their clients the cigar experience.
Oh, that's great.
They would normally have.
Yeah, what a great experience for any company to do for their clients. So definitely give these guys a call. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, what's the best avenue? I know I saw you on Instagram and Facebook, but tell us how to reach you guys. How to get to Instagram, how to get to Facebook, and maybe your phone number. Or tell me how the best place is for them to get in touch with you.
All right. Well, we can reach us on Instagram at Rollin Cigars ATL, and that's ROLLIN, no G. Rollin Cigars ATL. That's Instagram. Also on Facebook, we're Rollin Cigars LLC, La Casa de Stogies on Facebook.
Now, La Casa de Stogies, what's that mean?
So La Casa de Stogies means the House of Cigars.
Oh, very nice.
That's our slogan. And on Twitter, we're at R Stogies.
At
R
Stogies.
We're at R Stogies. Facebook, we're Rollin Cigars LLC, La Casa de Stogies. And on Instagram, we're at Rollin Cigars ATL. And really, I would tell people to go check out our website. The website gives you some great information, talks about our packages, talks about the events we've done and the events we're going to do. And the website is www.rollincigarsatl. Just like the Instagram, it's again www.rollincigarsatl.
And I'll tell you what, man, for all my listeners, I'll go ahead and put a link up that takes you straight to your website. So if anybody can't remember that, just go to my homepage, and on my guest page, I'll have a picture of their Rollin Cigar mobile cigar shop. And if you click on the name above, it'll take you straight to their website. The other thing I wanted to ask you is, are you guys involved in any charities at the moment?
Well, actually, Boys is an actual nonprofit organization. That's something that we're supporting the mentoring program. We also support cancer programs and some Alzheimer's programs. There's real passionate and close to our hearts.
Well, that's what I love about the cigar community. They're
come to Alzheimer's and cancer. So those are some of the programs that we're going to most definitely be supporting and sponsoring throughout our business.
Oh, very nice.
Again, we're working with the military, with Dirk being ex-military. We didn't talk much about that, but with Dirk being ex-military, we're doing a lot of events, and we're doing some things that's going to help and support military here and abroad.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually still connected. I'm actually a ROTC instructor.
Oh, very nice.
Local high school. Yes, I've been doing that for about 10 years now. And it's a lot of cigar smokers, a lot of things that we do outside of the program, outside of the school program. So we're starting to link with them also. A few golf tournaments we got planned. So there's a lot of things we got in the work right now.
Sounds like you guys are going to be super busy.
Hopefully. Yes, that is our plan.
Well, I know you say hopefully, but I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that you guys are going to be super busy. So probably in a few months, I'll be lucky to get you on the show again.
I hope we can. I hope we can.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we go? Maybe give us some information before we head out?
Again, I would tell everybody, check out our Instagram. That stays most current. I try to update those with a lot of pictures of events that we do. Again, that's at Rollin Cigars ATL. Again, check us out. Instagram keeps you up with a bunch of updated pictures. And for more information on how to book us, our packages, and our membership plans and things like that, you can, again, go on our webpage, www.rollincigarsatl, ROLLINCIGARSATL.com.
Okay.
And you'll get a good experience of what we have to offer. All about.
Well, I think it sounds great, and I'm excited to see what you guys do over the next few months. I think you're going to be real successful, and I can't wait to see what you're doing, man.
Rob, we actually appreciate you. We thank you for the opportunity. We appreciate your knowledge and your grace during this whole experience. So, again, it's been a pleasure and a great opportunity for us as well.
Well, we appreciate it, man. And, again, like I said, I'll put your link on the webpage. Anybody can be able to go to my site and find you guys and find out some more information. And just want to say thank you so much for being on the show, and I look forward to talking to you again soon, guys.
Yes, thank you, Rob. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. And everyone out there, please make sure you book Rollin Cigars, the top of their soap.
Hey, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the show. And now it's time for our weekly giveaway. This week, we're giving away 2 Oliva Serie V cigars. That's right, the cigar of the week. And the lucky winner is Joey Gotti. Hope you enjoy them, my friend. And also, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Cigars420 on Instagram. If you haven't checked out his account, definitely go by. He's doing some pretty interesting pairings. I haven't seen it done before, so you ought to check him out. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next time.